Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi akaida mwele holai niye digabagaliwo. Hawa watu wa Kware, Mheshimiwa Rais, wamesema hii affordable housing iko hapa. Ile mawe yote inajengwa hapo, ikiwekwa kablo, ipewe hawa vijana affordable housing. Leo munene niye ni ule yoteragwo na aria touga goko karao na Nyandarua yothe gutire mundu ukwenderio guoya na niye ndiendagerio guoya niguo kana tiguo. Mwathani amurathime, asanteni sana.
What do we need to do to stop this gunification? What do we do with goodism? It's call each other out. Latif, if you live in this country, you will know Kimani Ichungwa is Latif's goon, at least for those of us in the political class. We know each other, we know who supports which gang, but they also the just growth of gangs, criminal gangs, and I must say especially in cities and major towns around the country. As a consequence of what has been a problem that we have built over the years, unemployment, that has permeated in society and allowed the growth of criminal gangs. Then the political class then uses that to use those criminal gangs now for political purposes, the goonism you're talking about. How do we deal with that as a country? It is collectively addressing the issue of deliberately having programs and policies that will create jobs for Kenyans, young Kenyans. We want to use the unfortunate circumstances of young people who are unemployed, who are desperate for a source of income, to use them as gangs for hire. That is what I saw happen. That is what I was warning the IG against last week. And I thank God I was vindicated on Saturday because let me say this. For instance, in Kikuyu, if I had wanted to stop the opposition from coming to the rally in Kikuyu, all I would need to do is mobilize young people.
Mobilize your goons.
I do not have goons, but I could hire goons. Tell them when these people come, just shout two-term, fight with them.
So as Kimani, because
you are in the media.
Yeah.
You can check the record whether in Kikuyu there was anybody shouting two-term or anything, or anyone amongst members of the public trying to stop these people from coming in. The only thing that I said that must be done is to protect life and property in Kikuyu. And that I am glad and I thank the police that they were able to do that.
You know,
because even when they attempted, when they left town, the goons they came with on motorbikes were told at the interchange in the Goto, go back to Kikuyu now town. By Gachagua himself, go and storm that police station and demand to be told why we have been dispersed.
When are we going to have
what
an
he
end?
was looking for was a conducive environment to be able to get back into town and now create friction between the police and the young people.
Let me express
create a
my
conducive
frustration
environment
here.
for looting and
I hear you. When are we going to come to an end here? An end where Gachagua stands in front of an audience and, lashes words at you, and then you take the next moment to go to Parliament and throw words at him. You come here and throw words at him. When are we going to have an end to that? Where you take whatever information you have to the police and say, my constituents have identified so-and-so who is not from this area or who is from this area, who was paid, like you're telling us, by Rigathi Gachagua. Here's a list. And then go back to Parliament because you're a leader of Parliament and demand accountability from the police.
Very good, Latif. That will come to an end when you have leaders like I did. When Gachagua said what he was saying in public, I went to Parliament. I said exactly what he was planning to do. I relayed that information personally in writing to the Inspector General of Police. I relayed that information personally to the districts, the sub-county security committee, and told them, take charge and do not allow Gunism to take root, because if you allow them into town for Gunism to take place, exactly what Gachagua is saying is being planned will be planned. I was telling you, I was vindicated because on Saturday morning when I woke up at about 8 a.m., I was told at 6 a.m., they had already sent goons to block the southern bypass. And you remember people were being robbed on the southern bypass.
And you've told us.
In the evening when they left, the same gangs they came with on motorbikes, with 2 pylon passengers each, were along the same bypass again, stealing from people on the road, demanding money from motorists. How we bring this to an
Were
end?
they paid by Gachagua?
How, of course, he came with them. Of course.
So they were paid by Gachagua?
Gachagua and his cronies.
They
And I'll tell you why I say Gachagua and his cronies.
Yeah.
For instance, I saw some young girls who were in that Millie. I saw a clip of some young girls throwing epithets at me. And there are some girls I know from Kipipiri, donned in Senator Medhow's t-shirts. I saw the people I had seen on social media threatening to storm Kikuyu by all means from Githurai. I said it in my statement on Saturday night. I have since relayed the same clips to the police. I am not a policeman, Latif. I cannot come and arrest you.
So there's a statement.
I relay the same to the police, including video evidence. The goons that blocked the highway, because people took clips of them. When the DCP team came, the same boys who were robbing people on the highway were there with the same people.
So
evidence.
The police have video clips.
Yes.
And audio and a statement from Kimani Ichungwa.
Leave alone the police. Even you, if you want them, they're all over.
No, I'm asking about the police.
Yes.
Because you've said you've
said
related
from
to
the
I have
Inspector
said-
General.
Which police
all the
station?
way.
It is in writing.
To which police
It
station?
is in writing that I have relayed the same to the police, Kikuyu Police Station. That is
Okay.
where the criminal elements. A number of them, by the way, were arrested.
Sawa.
Since then, they have already arrested.
I want to thread this
and
quickly.
they have charged some.
I want to thread this quickly. Because at the same time as we're saying that, DP Rigathi Gachagua has said the police have not concluded investigations about what happened in Udhaya, the former
Udhaya.
DP, right?
What happened
when they were attacked at
Waitima Church.
At Waitima Church, right? There was an incident at Waitima Church, has not been conclusively addressed. There's a what happened just recently in Kikuyu. We expect it to be addressed. There have been other incidences of violence in Kisii, in Western Kenya, in Kakamega, in Kitengela, right? You are the leader, the political leader of Kenya's parliament. The police have not done their job. Should the IG step aside?
Let me say this, Latif. I have told you about the incident in Kikuyu because I have taken measures as a responsible leader. What do you do when you have information? Relay it to the right authorities and leave them to take action.
When they don't?
I have...
When they don't? That's
Can I finish my point?
It's a yes or
When
no, but okay.
we summoned the Inspector General of Police and the Cabinet Secretary to Parliament, and it's on record again, it's not me saying I'm not here to speak for the police, I'm not the police spokesperson. The police asserted that we are unable to take action unless there is a complainant and evidence brought to us for us to be able to begin investigations. Remember them asking Rigathi Gachagua and his cronies. What did Rigathi Gachagua and his cronies say? We have no business going to record statements to the police. They will do nothing about it. So if you honestly believe the police should do something, why don't you provide the information that you have, like I have done, and leave it to the police to take action? If they do not take action, then you have a question to ask. But I can't come and grab your cup here. Then you say, my cup has been grabbed and I have said it to the police, you must arrest Ichungwa. because he stole my cup. But you, who is a complainant, you have not gone to record a statement to the police. You have not written to them to tell them Kimani Ichungwa is the one who took my cup on this day. He has kept it hidden it somewhere under his bed somewhere. So please go and investigate.
We are
and check whether it is
completely
there.
out of time. Mariam needed a yes or no to her question. I don't know if you've gotten it, because we are completely, unfortunately, out of
it's okay.
time.
It's that one.
Yeah.
He's answered it in
roundabout.
a long way, but still, I don't know. There's still a lot to.
There is. That's why we
don't give
needed
yes
2
or
hours.
no's.
Silent breakups
No yes or
is the
no's.
next
I
conversation.
don't give yes or no's because they are usually